War. Terrible war. Widows. Orphans. A motherless child. This was the uprising that rocked our land. "13 provinces rebelled against the country that fed them, loved them, protected them. Brother turned on brother. Until nothing remained. And then came the peace. Hard fought, sorely won. A people rose up from the ashes, and a new era was born. But freedom has a cost. When the traitors were defeated, we swore as a nation we would never know this treason again. So it was decreed that each year the various provinces of New Eden would offer up a tithe of 2 citizens to fight to the death in a pageant of honour, courage, and sacrifice. The lone champion, bathed in riches, would serve as a reminder of our generosity and our forgiveness. This is how we remember our past. This is how we safeguard our future. Eden today, Eden tomorrow, Eden forever.
Well, this can only mean one thing. Citizens of New Eden, it is getting to that time of year again where we look forward to our most favourite event, the Annual Tithing. Now I know what you're all thinking. Of course, you're wondering, where is the lovely Miss Emmy Fortune? Have no fear, she is still our queen of correspondence, but given the enormity of this year's 25th anniversary, I, Portia Rhodes, have been given the absolute pleasure of announcing your tithes. So, who will we be seeing on our screens this summer? Last year, we saw Jupiter Lathmore from Province 1 hack and slash his way to victory. Who will be joining him on this year's pedestal? As you all know, every tithe drawn in the harvest gives up their province name and chooses a new name of their own in which to fight under in their arena. Now this year, there is a very special twist. Something that I have been simply bursting to tell you all. You see, for this year's annual tithing, each province will put forward not 1, not 2, but 3 tithes. Yes, that's right. This year, 36 tithes will go into the arena, and only 1 will come out. So, without further ado, let's find out who our 36 tithes will be. From Province 1, the first tithe representing Rosie Woolley. Joining Rosie from Province 1 will be David Middleton. And finally, the third tithe from Province 1 will be Ian Simmons. So there we have it, folks. That is Province 1. Moving on to Province 2. Up first, who do we have? Let's see. Jason Scrooby. Joining Jason in the arena fighting for Province 2 will be Patrick Stark. And last but not least, completing their team of 3 will be Rebecca Scott. Excellent stuff. Moving on to Province 3. Who do we have first? We have Ben Blythe. What an honour. Joining Ben Blythe and representing Province 3 will be Morgan Wilkinson. And completing that trio will be Paul Giffney. Next up, we have Province 4. This is so very exciting. All right, the first person from Province 4 will be James Webster. And joining James in the arena, also representing Province 4, Michael Fox. And the third person to be representing this province will be Lloyd Williamson. All right, moving on now to Province 5. And representing this province, we have Ian Hucklesby. Joining Ian in field, also from Province 5, we have Douglas Smith. And the third person to represent this province, David Proctor. Province 6, we're halfway. Gosh, this is so very exciting, isn't it? Let's see now. Peter Green, Province 6. And joining Peter, we have Nadine Dudley. And the final part of that trio will be Taryn Burrell. Lovely stuff. Wonderful, wonderful. All right then, moving on to Province 7. Our first lucky tithe from this province will be Stephen Phone. And joining Stephen, we have Joe Turner. And finally, for this province, we have... Oh, the suspense is just too much. Daniel Stewart. How wonderful. All right, moving swiftly on. I know you're all very keen to find out who the rest of your tithes are this year. So, Province 8. And our first tithe from this province, Jamie Ankra. Perfect. All right, and coming in next to Jamie, we have Connor Froud. And joining those two in Province 8, we also have Theodore Bebb. Bebb, that's a good name, isn't it? Bebb. You might want to consider keeping that one, darling. That's very good. All right, then, moving on to our next province. Province 9, of course. And our first tithe here, Daniel Richmond. Wonderful. And joining Daniel in the field, we also have Rebecca Chapman. And to complete that little trio, let's see, Catherine Abercrombie. All right, Province 10. Ooh, we're really getting down into the deep corners of New Eden now, aren't we? All right, so representing Province 10, Harry Walter. Harry, who will be joining you? Let's find out. Matthew Halsey will be joining Harry in Province 10, and to complete that little trio, we also have Oliver Busby. Oh, now we move on to Province 11. All right, folks, hold on to your hats. The first tithe from Province 11, we have Rebecca Stark. And joining Rebecca, we have Teresa Austin. And last but not least from Province 11, we also have Chloe Cusack. Well, that brings us to the final province, Province 12. Let's see who the lucky three are from this one, shall we? So, the first one that we have from Province 12 is Adam Lazar. And joining Adam in representing Province 12, we also have Susie Charles. Oh, wonderful. And last but not least, the very, very last tithe of them all, and quite possibly the luckiest, some would say. We also have from Province 12, Jasmine Bacon. So, there you have it, folks. Isn't it so exciting? Our 36 tithes who will be battling it out on your screens this summer. Don't forget to tune in and remember to place your bets as the annual tithing has now begun. And may the odds be ever in your favor.